Okay, and do study with time. Okay, so whenever particular part is covered, please revise it. Try to do it yourself in your notebook. Okay. So ninth question. Two articles A and B are sold for 1167. So A and B, that is what is given? SP of A plus SP of B. It is how much? 1167. Okay. 1167. This will be our first equation. These two articles are sold for 1167. Okay. Rupees, making 5% profit on A and 7% profit on B. Okay. So on A article, we are making 5% profit, and B article, we are making profit of 7%. Okay. And profit is always calculated on CP. It is always calculated on CP. Okay. And we have to find the cost price of each article as well. So we will start the question like this. Let cost price, that is CP of A and B be X and Y respectively, or you can write CP of A equal to rupees X and CP of B equal to rupees Y. Okay, we have taken them. Now you need to calculate selling price of A, selling price of B. Then we can have this equation, yes or no? So in terms of X, we can calculate selling price of A, and in terms of Y, we can calculate selling price of B. So we get one equation in terms of X and Y. Okay. So it is given on A, we are making how much is profit is being made? 5% profit is made. So how to calculate the selling price for A? SP is what? How to calculate? Mainly we have studied CP plus profit. This is the basic formula. Selling price equal to CP plus profit. Okay. CP plus and profit percent is given. Profit percent means it how much? 5% of CP. That is the profit. Profit percent we calculate profit upon CP into 100 and put percentage sign. Now if we have to calculate the profit, we have to multiply with CP. So profit percent of CP. This how we will calculate the profit. CP plus P is how much? P upon 100 into CP. This is how much? Or you can take CP out. We are deriving that formula. 1 plus P upon 100 equal to CP. We can take the LCM. 100 plus P upon 100. Have you all understood this one? This formula you used to learn. Do you remember? You used to learn this formula. Okay, this is calculated this way. Okay. So either you can do simply CP 100 plus 5 upon 100. You'll get 105 upon 100 of CP. And CP we have taken here X of X. Or okay. This you all know, CP plus profit percent of CP. So CP is how much? X. Profit percent is how much? 5% of X. Okay, we are putting in the very initial stage. Now we will solve them. X plus 5 upon 100 of X. Take the LCM, it is coming out how much? Upon 100 X. Is this clear? So this is what? SPA. Similarly, you will calculate selling price of B. It will be how much? If 7% is there, 107. 107 upon 100 Y. You'll get this one? Yes or no? Similarly, we do this one. Y plus 7% of Y. Y plus 7 upon 100 of Y. Take the LCM. You get 107 upon 100 Y. Okay. So this is the selling price. Understood? Now we have to just put there. We have to just put there. Okay. This you all have understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So SP of A we have got 105x. This is for the case first. Okay. And SP of B, how much we have got? 107y upon, okay, upon 100, I forgot, upon 100, okay. As we put it in this equation, okay, it will be 105x upon 100 plus 107y upon 100 equal to 1167. Understood now? Selling price of A plus selling price of B equal to 1167. So selling price of A we have calculated in terms of CP of A. We have calculated selling price of B in terms of CP of B article. Understood? Now we can multiply with 100 the whole equation plus 107y equal to 116700. This is our first equation. These was all for case first. Now case second, what is given? A, B again. If the two articles are sold for 1167. Case second, what is there? SP of A plus SP of B. It is how much? If the two articles are sold for 1165, 1165. If you are selling these two articles for 1165 on A and B, how much profit are we making? A profit of 7% is made on A. This time on A we are making 7% and on B we are making 5%. Understood? That was for the case first. When the selling price was this much, on A we are making 5% and B we are making 7%. And this time on A we are making 7%, on B we are making 5%. And this we have sold it for 1165. This is now complete second part. Okay. Initially we will suppose this one. Okay. Then we'll take case one. Then selling price of this equal to this. On A we are making 5%, B we are making 7%. We'll calculate SP of A, SP of B, and we'll get this equation. This is clear. So half part is completed. Next half, when case second, the second statement. Selling price of this plus this is this much. Okay. And here on A we are making 7%, B we are making 5%. You can directly tell me how much will be the SP of A. This time it will be 7 upon 100
x upon
x. And SP of B 105 upon
5 upon 100 y.
This will be, you can easily calculate selling price. Okay. Now we have to put in this equation. So it will be how much? 107 upon 100 x
plus
105
105 by 100
y equal to 1165.
1165.
Okay, this is clear. Now we multiply the whole equation by 100. Okay, this we are getting. This is our second equation. So you have got two equations. Now you have to solve these two equations. Now you have to solve this two equations. So if we are, for example, we are going to eliminate the y terms, what we are going to do? We'll multiply the first equation with 105 and second equation with 107. So terms of y will make equal, they will get cancelled. Then you can calculate the x. That is okay. Lengthy calculation will be there a little bit. Okay. And calculate x and y. Okay. Calculate x and y. Okay. That part you can do as homework. Calculate the value of x and y. Okay.
Sir, we can do
Yes.
107 and sir, we can do 107 and 105 square.
Yes, you can do, but at last you have to multiply them. 105, like you are doing 105 square here. At last you have to multiply them because there is no cancellation. Okay.
Yes.
So 105 square minus 107 square it will be. Or if you are separating from this, that is upon you. Okay. 105 square minus 107 square. So there is no common factor. So you have to multiply them and subtract. Similarly here, this minus this. Here you can take 100 common. That's up to you. And 1167 minus 1165. 1167, 1167, 1165. Okay. But here, okay, here 105 as well will come. 107 will as well come. Only 100 you can take common now. Rest it has to multiply with 105 as well. It has to multiply with 107. Okay, these two equations solve it by yourself as homework. If you don't get it, we'll solve this to tomorrow. Okay. Have you all understood? At last you have to write. At last you have to write cost price of article A equal to this much rupees. Cost price of article B equal to this much rupees. Okay.
So 500 and 600.
600. So rupees 500 cost price of A and cost price of B rupees 600. Okay, you can solve that one. Okay, next we are doing the next question. Time and work. Okay, so we'll have little bit basics of time and work, and then we will move to the question. Okay, for example, if a person is doing a work, completing a work in 2 days, if a person takes 2 days to complete a work, how much of the work the person completes in a day? Person takes 2 days to complete the work. How much does a person does in 1 day?
By 2.
Huh? How much?
1 by
1 by 2. You can see in 2 days the person completes the work. Okay. A person takes 2 days to complete a work. Okay, I've written there 2 days. Okay. Okay, 2 days he completes. So in 1 day, how much of the work is done? Equal to half. Half of the work is done. Half of the work. Okay. So see here, first day the person does half work. Second day as well does half work. So it's complete work plus equal to 1. So see here what we are considering. The whole work we consider as 1. Whole work we consider as 1. Okay. Now how much part of this work the person does each day? Half of the work. Half of the work. Total 1. Okay. Person takes 3 days to complete the work. Each day she is doing how much of the work?
1
1 by 3.
1 by 3.
1 by 3. So see here the whole work we are taking as 1. Now first day 1 by 3 will be completed. Second day 1 by 3 will be completed. Third day 1 by 3 will be completed. Here we have assumed that each day amount of work done is same. Okay, it is always an assumption that each day the same amount of work is being done. Okay, so 1/3 first day, 1/3 next day, 1/3 third day. So total 3 by 3, that is 1. Okay, so we assume the whole work as 1, and now this one. Okay, this is clear. So for example, a person takes X days to complete the work. Each day, how much of the work is being completed?
1 by
How
X.
much? 1 by X.
1 by X.
1 by X of the work is completed. Okay, so it will take X days to complete the work. So here two assumptions are there. Whole work we take as 1. Okay, we take, and each day the amount of work done is same. Okay, now read the question. These two exercises have taken a lot of our time. Read the question. Pooja and Ritu can do a piece of work in 17 1 by 7 days. It means Pooja and Ritu, when they are doing together the work, they complete the work in 17 1 by 7 days. If 1 day work of Pooja be 3/4 of the 1 day work of Ritu, okay? 1 day work of Pooja be 3/4 of the 1 day work of Ritu. Find in how many days each will do the work alone. In how many days each will do the work alone. Okay, so both together they are doing in 17.5 days. When they are working together, they complete the work in 17.5 days. Okay, now we have to calculate how many days Who is there? Ritu and Pooja.
Sir,
Pooja.
17 and half. Sir, 17, 1 by 7.
17, 1 by 7 it is. Okay. 17, 1 by 7 days. Okay. These many days when both are doing the work. When both are doing together the work. Okay. Now we have to calculate how many days Pooja will take to complete the work. If doing alone, how many days Ritu will take how many days Ritu will take to complete the work if doing alone. That you have to calculate. If they are doing alone, how many days they each will take. So it is for sure that they are going to take more days as compared to when they were working together. Okay. So we have to find. Okay. So what we are going to suppose, let number of days Pooja, first Pooja is there. Pooja takes to complete the work. Let it be X days. X days, okay? So Pooja will be taking X days and Ritu will take as Y days. Okay? Let the number of days Ritu takes to complete the work Y days. Okay? So we have calculated that whole work Pooja takes X days, Ritu takes Y days. Okay? Okay. Now 1 day work of Pooja. 1 day work of Pooja will be how much?
1 by X.
1 by X. 1 day work of Ritu will be how much? 1 by Y. So see here, Pooja is taking X days, Ritu is taking Y days. Okay. So each day Pooja is doing 1x of the work, 1x part of the work. Now see here, of work we have taken as 1. So it will be 1 by X of the work is completed. 1 by Y of the work is completed. This much work will be completed in 1 day by Pooja, by Ritu. This is clear? Now, this is their 1 day work, okay? Okay. When working together, so 1 day work of Pooja and Ritu, okay? When working together, Pooja and Ritu takes how many days? Takes, when working, how many days they take to complete the work?
17, 1 by 7.
Right here, when working together, days taken by Pooja and Ritu. Okay, you can write that Pooja and Ritu to complete work equal to 17 1 by 7 days. How much it is? Calculate everyone. 119, 120. This are you getting? Calculate everyone.
Yes, sir.
7 7 49, 4 7 1 119 plus 1 120 upon 7 days. So see here, when working together, they are the days taken by Pooja and Ritu to complete the work is 120 upon 7 days. Okay. When working together, they are taking these many days. Okay. So when working together, 1 day work of Pooja and Ritu will be how much? 1 day work of. Okay. So how much of the work they complete in 1 day? 1 day work, that is working together. Pooja plus Ritu. 1 day work will be how much? 7 upon 120? Yes or no? When working together, they take how many days? 120 upon 7. Okay. So when working together, how much of the work they complete each day? 7 upon 120? This much they will be completing? Yes or no? Each day they will be completing this one. Okay, so when working together one day work, we can, in terms of x and y, how we can write? When working together one day work of is Pooja 1 by x plus 1 by y equal to 7 upon 120. One minute. One day work is 120 upon 7. Sorry. Okay, number of days 7 upon 120 it will be 7 upon 120 only. Okay, one day work is 7 upon 20. Have you understood this one? So see here, when they are working together, see here, when they are working together means one day work of Pooja, one day work of Ritu. They will add, yes or no? Two persons are working together, so each day whatever they have done the work, that will be added. Okay, and how much they have completed each day when working together? 7 upon 20, 1 upon 20 of the work. So this is our first equation. One day work of Pooja plus one day work of Ritu equal to one day work they are working together. Yes or no? Have you understood this one?
Yes.
Okay, so we can rewrite this equation. 120 we can take that side if you want, or leave it as such. That's up to you. Okay, either you can multiply or you can leave it as such. Okay, we'll see afterwards whichever is easy. Okay, so we are leaving little space. Okay, okay, this is clear. Okay, now see the second part. If one day work of Pooja be 3/4 of the one day work of Ritu. One day work of Pooja is 1 by x. It is how much? It is 3/4 of one day work of Ritu. It is 3/4 of one day work of Ritu. 1 by y. We are getting second relation. That is 1 by x equal to 3 upon 4y. Yes or no? We are getting second relation. Okay. Or we can write it like this as well. Okay. 4 take on that side, 4 upon x equal to 3 upon y. Or we can write it like this, 4 upon x minus 3 upon y equal to 0.
So we can cross multiply also.
Cross multiply 4y equal to 3x. Yes, you can multiply that as well. And then how you are going to solve this one? I was taking this form 1 by x plus 1 by y equal to 7 upon 20. 4 by x minus 3 by y equal to 0. This we have done. 1 by x you consider, 1 by y you consider. Then equate the quotients. You can solve using that. Yes or no? Okay, I'm rubbing the top part. Okay. You can apply any of the three methods, either the substitution or equating the quotients or cross multiplication. Okay, cross multiplication, you have to put the equation in that form. Okay. For that, you have to take 1 by x as a, 1 by y as b, and you can solve through that. Different methods we have discussed to solve them. So equations we are getting 1 by x plus 1 by y equal to 7 upon 120. Okay. Second equation we have got, or we can multiply 120. No need of that. Okay. 4 upon x minus 3 upon y equal to 0. Okay. Now what we have to do? If I multiply the first equation with either 4 or 3, 3 we multiply. Okay. So first equation will be reduced to what? 3 upon x plus 3 upon y equal to 7 upon 120, 7 upon 40 it will be. It will be 7 upon 40. Okay. Now add them. So how much it will be? How much you are getting adding them? 7 upon x, 0, 7 upon 40. Okay, calculate x. Calculate x. Can you calculate x? How much is x?
Sir, how we got that 3x plus 3y is equals to 7 upon 40?
Okay, this one. Okay, see here. See it again. These are the two equations you will get. These are the two equations you will get.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Now, how we used to solve? We are eliminating one term by equating the coefficients. Okay. So first you have to make the coefficients equal. Either of x you make or y. I am making the coefficients of y same. Okay. So first equation I am multiplying with 3. It will be how much? 3 by x plus 3 by y equal to 3 into 7 upon 120. Okay. I can cancel this one. We can cancel.
Yes.
Okay, 7 upon 40 we are getting. Okay, 7 upon 40 we got. Okay, second equation 4 by x minus 3 by y equal to 0. Okay, add them. Denominator is same, so numerator will add. How much it is? 7 upon x. It is 0. So 0 no need of writing, equal to 7 upon 40. Okay, 7 get cancelled, x equal to 40. X equal to 40. Okay. Now calculate y. Y you can calculate from here. 1 by x, or you can say, okay, that up to you how you solve for y. 3 upon 4y. So this is 40. Okay. Take on that side 4 upon 1 upon 40 into 4 upon 3 equal to 1 upon y. Cancel is 1 by 30 equal to 1 upon y. Y equal to 30. That's up to you how you solve. Any of these equation or that equation, any equation you can solve using it. So, number of days, how many days each will take? How many days puja will take? 40 days. How many days Ritu will take? 30 days. Understood now? Is this question clear? Is this question clear to us? Anyone have doubt?
Yes.
Okay. We will stop here, 6F. Okay. Miscellaneous problems we won't do. Okay. 6G won't be there. Okay. You don't have to study 6G. Okay. This is clear. So these two exercises have taken a lot of time. But have you all understood? Because many chapters are there in the whole exercise.
Yes, sir, understood.
Okay, that's good. We have already given much of the time for these two exercises. Okay. Now we'll start triangles. Okay, I'll give you the brief idea only. Today we'll have the little discussions only. Okay. Okay, about triangles. Okay. So in triangle, how many sides are there?
Sir, 3 sides.
And how many angles?
Sir, 3.
3 angles. Triangle. 3 angles. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is the figure which can have the minimum number of sides. Triangle. Can we have a figure having 2 sides?
Sir,
No.
no, sir.
We at least require 3 sides. Okay. 3 straight lines are there. Okay. We call them line segments. This is line segment. This is line segment. Line segment. Straight line segments are there. Okay. And 3 angles are there. A, B, C. So which are the line segments? A, B, B, C, C, A. Angles, angle A, angle B, angle C. Or we can call angle CAB, okay, or angle BAC. They are same. Yes, you can name them angle A since there is no angle at the vertex A. Okay, we can also say it CAB. We can also call it BAC. Understood?
Yes, sir.
These are the angles. Okay. So first we will be discussing little bit. Okay. If sides are of different length, angles will be of different. Angles will be different or same. If all the 3 sides are different, angles will be different as well. Okay. If
Different.
sides are of different length, it means angles are different. Okay. Now just converse will take. If angles are different, sides will be of different length. Understood this one? Take any triangle. Okay. Different angle. 1 minute. Now you can easily get A, B, C. Okay. Different length of the sides, different
sir.
angles. You can see. Okay. Different angles, different length of the sides. Okay. So the largest side
Is CA.
has largest side is CA, or you can call it AC. Has the largest angle opposite to the largest side.
B.
Angle B, it is the largest angle.
Yes,
So
sir.
opposite to the largest side, we have the largest angle. Okay. And opposite to the smallest side, we have
BC.
smallest angle.
A. A.
Opposite to the smallest side, we have smallest angle. Okay. Or we can say opposite to the smallest angle, we have smallest side. Okay. So whenever I say you, tell me the opposite side, side opposite to angle A. Opposite to it means from A, if you are looking towards, which is the side BC,
BC.
and opposite to CB side, which is the angle this one. This is clear. So largest side has opposite angle largest. Smallest side opposite, we have the smallest angle, and middle one have the lies in middle. This is clear. First one. Okay. If two sides of triangle are equal, then the angles opposite them will be what? A, B, C. So here AC equal to BC. These two sides are equal. It means angles opposite to them are also equal.
Equal.
Okay. So AC side opposite to it, which is the angle? This one. Opposite to BC, angle A. So if these two sides are equal, these two angles will be equal. Or conversely, we can say if these two angles are equal, sides opposite to them will be equal. Okay. If two angles are equal in a triangle, then the sides opposite to them are also equal, are equal. Okay. So what kind of triangle is it? What kind of triangle?
Isosceles
Isosceles.
triangle.
Isosceles triangle. Okay. If all the three sides are equal,
Equatorial triangle.
equilateral triangle.
Yes, sir.
Equilateral. Equilateral means here equal. Lateral sides. Equilateral triangle. Okay. Iso means mainly same. Okay. Iso means same. That is like we can say two persons are same. We can say they are iso. Like you have studied isotopes, isobars in chemistry, I think. Iso means same. These two are equal, these two are same. Okay. Now, if in an equilateral triangle, each angle will be of how many? How much? 60 degree. All the angles are equal.
Yes,
Sum
sir.
of the angle, some property of the triangle, 180 degree. Since three angles are there, divided by 3. So each angle will be of 60 degree. Whether it is given or not, we can take as 60 degree because it is 60 degree. So all the three angles, all the three sides are equal. All the angles opposite to them will be equal. Okay. This is equilateral triangle. Okay. This is clear. Rest we'll discuss tomorrow. Okay. Median, altitude, and then we'll start the congruency theorems. Okay. So please go through it once. Triangles 112, 113, 14, 15, 16 pages up to 17. Try to go through it once. Okay. So that it will be easy to understand tomorrow. Okay. Thank you all. Any doubt you have? So last chapter we have completed.